yet again, we're going to be using the notch filters there and also on the OCR, but we're going to be pushing the drive not too much on this one. So first of all, let's find a standing point where we want it to be modulating from. Also turn up the... So about there is pretty cool. Also, if it makes it a bit easier for you, you can turn off the bandpass. You can probably hear where it's taking out the frequencies. Awesome, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to increase the LFO. And also increase the drive. So not too much at all, only 2.8, nothing really that much. So I'm just going to duplicate it, which is Command D. And affect the settings in this. So I'm just going to turn this one off. May make it a bit of a faster one. And change the frequency as well. So it's a pretty destroyed sound so far. And then when you add the bandpass filter back on, okay, so the next effect we're going to be using is multiband dynamics, and that's just to basically increase the highs and take out the mids a bit more. So I'm just adjusting the output volume of them, so it's around 2.5 and in between 2.5 and 120 hertz. So maybe take off this, just so it kind of sounds a bit sweeter in the top. And also take out some of the mids as well. Excellent. So the next effect we're going to be using is compression now, particularly the glue compressor. I find the glue compressor is really good for if you want to compress after you've done some filtering. Now, the concept behind compressing after you've done notch filtering in particular is that you've taken out and carved out frequencies. Now, with compression, you want to basically bring some of the silences back up to the volume of the other frequencies. So it gives this more thicker sound, basically. So I'll show you the settings I usually go for when I try this technique and see the gain reduction it does. So let's take the threshold down. Also keep soft clip on so it doesn't clip over. So you can see it's quite a destroyed sound so far. Put the ratio up a bit more. And maybe the attack. And just take the release. I could leave it all around there. And then just increase the makeup gain quite significantly. So it's a lot louder. So that's basically just compressing all the frequencies you've taken out. Now, the last effect we're actually going to be doing is amp, and it's not to distort it or anything, it's actually just to enhance the sound, basically. So if you set the output to mono, and basically bring up the dry wet, I'll show you the effect it has. So if I just kind of... Obviously, dry wet 100% is way too much. Sorry about that. So let's set the dry wet from 0 and start figuring out whereabouts it sounds best. So you can hear it just kind of bites it just a little bit then. And there we go, that's the sound. So obviously if you like this video, it really helps out the channel if you give it a like and